What's up, guys? This is my new space. Not really, this is temporary. I literally slid a chair in place, put the episode on the TV, turned the light on, and kind of threw things together. But I didn't want to sit too long on these videos, so yeah, it's, Wednesday. So My Hero Academia is coming out a little late, and it's only one episode because that's all I got time for. But this is the episode that I was really excited about from last week or the week before. I'm losing track. This is the episode Go, and let's get right into it. So we get the recap, and of course the recap just goes over everything we already knew about Shihei Saikai, what's going on with Eri, the whole meeting. But then we get straight into the episode and we see how much Deku has been affected by the situation that he's kind of been thrown into, and how much each of the members of the Class 1A are actually taking this seriously when it comes to their work studies. In fact, they show it visually by showing that all the work study students are working harder by climbing higher in the training that they were doing during class. And then of course we start getting some groundwork laid in, of course saying that Suya and Uraraka don't have to participate because they weren't really obliged to, whereas Kirishima and Deku, and by extension Mirio, were directly involved with this investigation because of their direct contact with Eri or with the bullets involved in this investigation. But of course, with Uraraka and Suya being as they are inspiring in this class, they take it and they go with it. But of course, with the extensive history that we have with Class 1A being involved with incidents that also happen to have the League of Villains, if the League of Villains are to show up in this, they're out. Class 1A is out. That's it. They're not going to have any further participation in this. Which kind of makes sense considering, like I said, how much of an extensive history this class has dealing with that specific group of villains. But as far as it seems, and I'm thinking there's probably going to be a bit of a mix-up, but I don't think that we're really going to have a heavy involvement with the League of Villains, but we'll see. Because of course we did have the interaction earlier in the season with Shigaraki talking with Overhaul, so who knows? And of course everybody's getting hyped, but Deku is just so affected by what he had dealt with before with Eri, and it's just been weighing on his conscience for so long, and during their lunch, he finally kind of breaks a little bit. He lets out a bit of his emotions because we have Todoroki noticing that Deku is sort of acting off, and I love the fact that in the dub he used the word like angsty and depressed, because it's like Todoroki was like the epitome of the angsty hero character at the start, but I guess it takes one to know one. But then Ida actually says what Deku told him during the Hero Killer arc, which was, we're friends, right? If you want to talk, just let me know. And it kind of has Deku slip a little bit. He shows some of his emotions just to show how much this has been weighing on him. And fortunately, they're both, Todoroki and Ida are both very understanding. They share their food. It's very nice. And it shows how much this class has grown together, but how even though Deku has kind of been the one, not carrying the torch, but kind of the one who's been inspiring a lot of the class, that effort that he really didn't even know he was putting in, the work he didn't even know he was putting in to inspire the class, is now coming back to help him in his moment of need, which is really cool. But immediately after that, we get into the investigation of the pro heroes trying to find where the Shihei Saikai is holding Eri, and we actually get to see what Rocklock's ability is, which is kind of like the time freeze ability that you get in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's cool. It's actually pretty neat. I just was not expecting that out of his ability, but it's neat. And they have a bunch of heroes working on it. But with all those heroes working on it, it really turned out not to really matter, because we find out eventually that they were just keeping Eri in their own headquarters, in their stronghold. So all the other places they went to, they learned a lot about the Shihei Saikai, which was good. They learned and had an opportunity to kind of figure out more about the different operation areas, but they just kept him in the kept Eri in the headquarters. So Rocklock was like, all that time was for nothing, and kinda, yeah, I guess. But during this, you can tell that Mirio and Deku just have this entire situation just weighing on them, which it shows, because even Mirio, who I thought was like one of the coolest, like happiest, go-lucky characters, is very serious. He's sitting waiting to get a phone call. He's very serious, which is not something, I mean, I know he's supposed to be like on par with pros now, and so that comes with a level of seriousness, but the level of seriousness that he was showing was even more intense than that. I guess that also kind of just came down to concern. Obviously, he was very concerned about Eri, so that also makes sense, and so was Deku. But then, in the late evening, I think most of the characters were asleep, but in the late evening, Deku, Uraraka, Suya, Kirishima, everybody, the big three as well, get a phone call. So does Eraserhead. And they found her, and the way they found her was actually kind of interesting. So Sir Night-Eye actually ended up tailing one of the Shiei Saikai into a toy store and using foresight on him, and Rocklock was kind of upset that he's like, so you did end up using foresight, but he reiterated that he used it when it was most beneficial. And in this instance, the guy was, fortunately for the gamble that Sir Night-Eye took, actually the caretaker of Eri, and ended up taking took the toy straight to Eri, which by extension took Sir Night-Eye's watchful gaze straight to where Eri's at, so he now knows the path to it. And with that, all the heroes gather, they have a warrant, and we actually see Mirio being, well, how much this had affected Mirio, and the fact that now he's like back, he's energetic, he's like flailing his arms and stuff. It's actually really cool, and the fact that Sir Night-Eye, like the whole room's kind of like quiet, like looking at Mirio when he does this, but Sir Night-Eye knew exactly what was going on, which was this kind of relief coming off of Mirio in a way, because it had been weighing on him for this entire time, and it shows. And with that, our heroes suit up and they get ready to go, and the episode name Go, I was assuming there was going to be a lot more Go, but the Go that we got was the finding of Eri, the warrant to search the place, and the bit of action we get towards the end of the episode. So let's just get into the raid. So in this episode, we, like I said, don't get much of the raid, but we do get them cooperating with the police, which is, Suya and Uraraka actually point out that it's very professional, it's very odd, and they're not used to that kind of like, oh wow, we're interacting with the police, and it's very official. All the heroes, the pros, are obviously very used to this, they're relaxed, they're just focused on getting the job done, but Suya and Uraraka are kind of taken aback with like how special and professional this has all become. And there's a certain point where Deku actually kind of hypes himself up, and Eraserhead is standing right there doing exactly what he said he was going to do, which he told Deku that he will watch him. And, well, he's keeping his word. He's watching Deku. He's partnered with one of the groups to actually be on this raid. And, yeah, I guess at this point, hopefully, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be something that's going to happen that will cause Deku to either be out of his sight or get into some kind of danger, because that's just how these go. But we have, of course, Eraserhead keeping his word for now. But as soon as the raid is about to begin and the police are about to ring the doorbell and read off the warrant for the Shihei Saikai, we have one of the Hisaikai members, just a big muscular dude, just bust through the door, and Deku and Eraserhead have to catch them, but yeah, so he just blasts through the door and starts the fight, so no chance to read the warrant, we're on it. And with that, our heroes are in. We have a handful of heroes taking care of the guys at the door, and a few of the members of the Hisaikai who were set up early on at the main gate. But the main group that we're following is going straight into the main area, straight into the hallway, and man, this is going to be intense. We actually do have a moment earlier in the episode, though, where we obviously have Overhaul aware of the raid, because he tells Mimic to prepare himself. He has one of the other guys following him later in the episode, and Overhaul, goes and talks to his father and says it's about to get noisy. So they already knew what was going to happen. I mean, if the guy blasting through the front door wasn't obvious enough, they already knew this was going to happen, and they're going to collect their evidence and leave. And so it's up to our heroes to get there before that happens. But we don't know if they get there before that happens because, well, we don't get the whole raid in this episode. We get the lead up and then the start of it. But it was cool anyway because we get to see what the heroes are getting themselves into to a degree. We don't quite have the full extent of it because we only just got introduced now to the 8 bullets of the Hisaikai, who haven't really shown any of their power yet. We've only got the little glimpses of them, so I'm sure that we're going to have them fighting our main heroes. In fact, next episode, they're probably going to be fighting off against Sun Eater. So that'll be interesting to see. But otherwise, yeah, just a lead-in episode, which preps us for whatever action will be coming next episode. And I'm very excited for next episode because it looks like we're going to get to see Sun Eater hopefully at his best, as well as a bit of some origin, because we see some shots of Mirio when he was younger, and presumably Sun Eater when he was younger as well. So that'll be exciting. But otherwise, I really enjoyed this episode. I think the lead-in was perfect, getting to see how the pro heroes actually cooperate with the police, how their operations go before they actually get the green light to just go and raid. That was actually really cool to see because this world is very well thought out. Everything in terms of the way the heroes work is professional, it works. So I'm really excited to see where it's going to go from there next. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry that it's kind of just slapped together with some stuff going on in the background. I really wanted to throw this together and make something presentable for you guys so that you had a decent background. It wasn't just a white wall. And yeah, I didn't want to sit any longer on not making videos, though this is probably going to be the only video for the week because Thursday, well, I might have one on Friday, but that's for a different video. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to check out where you can legally watch this video. I'll put it down in the description. It's Funimation. That's where I'm streaming it here right now. Not a sponsor or anything. It's just, the right thing to do if you have the means. But either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the links. Leave a comment. Do you like this set? If you like this set, I can probably just leave this together and just work around what I set up otherwise. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to be there and have a good one. Hey guys, just hopping in at the end here. Thanks for watching through the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do still have merch. I've actually had it for quite a while, but not a lot of people know about it or care. And so if you guys want to support me or check it out just because it looks cool, go to the link in the description. You can see some of the designs I have, like the Steel Frodo in Steins Gate design, or even the Mob Psycho 100 design, and maybe even buy one if you like it, or don't. I cried myself to sleep at night anyway. So either way, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.